Okay, so someone wanted me to show them how to set up the MIDI mapping on the DDM4000 up to and map it up to Ableton Live. Okay, so first of all, hold down the console setup button on this, scroll it down to MIDI settings, click that once. I'll keep the MIDI data dump on channel 1. Now you can select your channels, what you want to use, your parts of the mixer you want to use for mapping. Okay, so I want to use the mic section, the sampler section, turns that off, the crossfader section. Over here on the channel section, channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, and you can mute them channels if you're going to use it for DJing. I suppose you could reroute the audio back through and it will mute the usual channel working, so you could still use the effects with Behringer as well. Okay, I connected the MIDI out to the MIDI in on my Korg pad control. You might use some other means like a USB, MIDI to USB box, or something like an M audio adapter. Okay, now when it comes to the actual mapping, all you need to do is first of all make sure you go into your options and your preferences in Ableton Live, and make sure your device is switched on, your remote track and sync for your device. In this case I want the pad control switched on, and it's through for the DDM4000. Okay, once that's been done, all I do, just like any other MIDI controller, is click on the MIDI map, click on something and wiggle one of the, so I'll use this one here, I'll wiggle that one, that's come up as being mapped to that. I'll get off the MIDI map screen and I can wiggle that mapped to control whatever I've mapped it to, like that. And that's it really, simple as that. All of the crossfader and the channel faders too are completely mappable in the same way, so you can get a different kind of effect with a fader or a crossfader than you can with one of the rotaries when you assign it. So obviously you can make quicker movements, cutting on and off, like an on and off switch with things. So I can again assign one of these, usually as a rotary. I can assign it to the crossfader instead. So I'll just wiggle the crossfader, and that's got that, and I'll turn that off, and then the crossfader is controlling what's happening instead of a rotary, and it gives you a quicker on and off feel instead of the rotary's more controlled dynamic feel. So hopefully that helps some people.